there were 2 horses literally abandoned in the city of Detroit. They were tied up in a field. One of them wasn't in too bad condition, but the other one, Fred, you could see his bones were exposed, he was emaciated, and you could tell that he wasn't in good condition. Luckily, the Detroit Mounted Police were kind enough to put these horses in their trailer and bring them out to the ranch. And as they came out of the trailer, I could see that Red, although he was a little underweight, wasn't bad. But Fred was very underweight, and so there was obviously something wrong as far as whether he was able to get nutrition into him or whether he had some kind of disease that was causing that weight loss. We put them in the stalls, and then we took each one out to do an exam. But Fred, we knew, obviously had problems. So when he came out, he was actually kind of shuffling, almost weak. He didn't really pick up his feet very well, so we weren't sure, is this a muscle issue? Are you just so weak from not being able to eat? So then we continued our exam, and we could point out that his ribs were showing, so you could see his hip bones, and actually his shoulder bones were more exposed too because the muscle was wasting. So not only did he have lack of fat, but he also was in the process of using his muscles for energy. So whoever owned him at that point had not been paying enough attention to say, hey, this horse is losing weight and he's not able to eat. Maybe we need to have the vet come out, look at his mouth, and maybe we need to feed him something different. Fred did make a trip to the specialist where they did x-rays and determined that there was quite a bit of damage in his mouth. There was actually a piece of bone that what we call was sequestered, or it was kind of stuck in his jaw, and we needed to have that removed, so he was going to need surgery at that point. When Fred first came to us, he was a real mellow type of horse, and as he started to put on weight and as he started to look better and better, his true personality came out. It was just wonderful to see him because we'd put him out in the pasture and he'd take off running, or we'd put him in the indoor arena if the weather was bad, and he'd lope around the arena, he'd get down, roll, and just have the best time. And so it was really, really rewarding to see a horse that when he came in initially, we weren't even sure he was going to make it, and by the time we were done with his treatment, he was looking great and feeling really good. And the question was, can he now go up for adoption? And I said, absolutely, he needs to find his forever home. So we put him up on the website, and next thing I know, I get a phone call and saying, Dr. Cece, you're not going to believe this, but we think Fred's original owner from years ago found him on the website and wants to come take a look at him.
I never wanted to get rid of him in the first place. We just had too many horses, and he was kind of my grandma's horse, and she was taking care of 3 of my horses, and at that time it was just a lot for her, and I was in high school. So she had sold him then, and I never wanted to get rid of him, and I told her that I would actually probably find him again one day. Seeing the day that he was rescued and then coming here to see him, I just could tell that he was loved here and that he was well taken care of, and that you guys did an amazing job on getting him back to a healthy point, because from that video, it's just amazing that he looks as good as he does today. Just excited to have him home.